what was Tinubu's track record in Lagos exactly? Because I lived through it, so I think I'm in a position to speak. Tinubu was governor from 1999 to 2007 in Lagos. There is not a single thing you can point to that this was his signature legacy. He met a state that was pretty much a mess from obviously decades of military maladministration. And what he did with what he met on ground was, first of all, the problem of street gangsterism, the people refer to as area boys, agberos, street criminals, basically. He incorporated those people into official governance. So, for example, there are a lot of tax collection functions in Lagos which are officially delegated to street thugs. This is Lagos state government policy now. That is a Tinubu legacy. He incorporated gangsterism into his government. Now, when he was about to leave office in 2006, and he anointed a successor who nobody knew and was obviously going to lose the election against the more popular PDP candidates. That PDP candidate, whose name was Funshaw Williams, he dropped dead mysteriously inside his bedroom in one of Nigeria's safest neighborhoods. He was strangled to death. Till today, the murder remains unsolved. Right? That is Tinubu's Lagos. Now, his successor, his chosen successor, who then went on to win that election in 2007, under whom finally a contract was awarded to build a metro railway system in Lagos, because at the time Lagos was the largest city in the world without any kind of metro railway system. This contract was awarded in 2007. Construction started in 2009. A $1.5 billion World Bank loan was taken out. Construction was supposed to terminate in 2012. We are in 2022, and the first of 7 lines. There's 7 planned lines on the route. The first, which is the red line, the first of those, like the blue line, has just begun testing. Right? So we're coming on to 11 years behind schedule. How much did this thing cost exactly? We don't know. Why don't we know how much it costs? Because Lagos state government does not open its books to scrutiny. The Lagos state government under Tinubu's successor, who was basically his political godson, so
it also passed Fashola's office. It passed Ambode, all of them,
and it's only just started testing. Now, here's because I haven't finished saying what I was saying. Why don't we even know how much this project cost? Lagos state government under Babatunde Fashola, who is Tinubu's anointed godson, who became the governor of Lagos, took the federal government to court. And what was the lawsuit? In 2013 or 2014, the former president Goodluck Jonathan signed something called the Freedom of Information Act into law. I'm sure you know what a Freedom of Information Act is. Nigeria didn't have a Freedom of Information Act until 2014. Now, when this was signed into law, and a journalist sent a request to the Lagos state government requesting details of its budgeting, the Lagos state government rejected the request and said that it is not subject to the law because it has not domesticated the law. And the Lagos state government took this to court, took it all the way to the appeal court, took it to the Supreme Court, fighting for the right to remain financially opaque until 2017 when it lost the case. And even after losing the case, till date as we speak, as far as I know, Lagos state government has never opened its books to anybody. We have a government which is run by a mafia-like organization, which has Tinubu at the center of it. Because that's what he is. He's a mafia don. He's a crime boss, as far as I'm concerned. So how is it
we will touch on that before we end. David, I know you've written some articles on that, perjury, drug laws and everything. We will touch on that. But Adamu, before I go to the next question, there's a question here from Elise Inventor Elijah. He says, if Tinubu had all these things to offer, why didn't he advise Buhari to implement it? I must ask you this question. No. I want to ask you something before I forget. You can just quickly answer this, then you continue.
Yes.
Just be honest to all of us. We have more than 1,300 people watching us, David and I and yourself. Are you happy with President Muhammadu Buhari's performance so far?
I'm telling you 100%. You see, the problem we have with the president...
No. Yes or no, then you continue.
100%. 100% happy with what the president have done so far. When you consider the